case you haven't guessed by the title, this is kind of a reaction video where I'm reacting kind of to mental health content. If you didn't know, which I don't know if I have stated, I do deal with anxiety and depression, so I kind of know what it feels like to live with those things and deal with some of the things, which is why I've decided I'm going to react to it. Let's get on with this video. My laptop is here and I couldn't prop it up very well, so I could prop it up with my knee maybe. Is that gonna work? Sit over here. Right. You now can't see it. Cool. Cool, you can't see it. I look down because I'm looking at the screen. Right. Let's go. This one's called Living with Anxiety brackets Panic Attacks with, I don't know, I'm gonna butcher that word. Agoraphobia and generalized anxiety. So let's just play it. It's 5 minutes long.
So, you want to know what happens when you get scared of being scared? Well, if I could, I'd stay in my house all day, because I keep thinking, what happens if I get a panic attack in public? Going to the shop or the pharmacy is torture. So I plan ahead, I think about ways to escape. When I stand in line, I start thinking about how everything can go wrong. Unknown places paralyze me because I don't have an emergency plan for those. I hate crowds. Parties, festivals, theatres. I used to love these, but now it's out of the question. I hate buses, planes, the tube, because there's no easy way you can escape. I don't meet a lot of new people, partly because I'm scared, partly because it's hard to meet someone new when you just stay in your bed all day.
So it looks really professional and there's widescreen bars on it, which is good. I do like that. I like how professional it looks. But I have found I haven't massively engaged with it and kind of felt what she's feeling. I understand the planning. If I go out, I generally do plan as much as I can. I generally have an idea of what's going to happen and when it's going to happen and how I'm going to do things. I do that. I do stay in bed a lot. I do. And I don't really leave my house much. And I do find it hard kind of connecting with people. So I get that. And I feel like it looks really professional so far. And it seems to be someone talking about what they go through. But we are 1 minute and 18 seconds in, and I don't feel like I'm really connected with it, and I'm really kind of experiencing in a way, and kind of, I don't know how to say it, kind of experiencing what she's experiencing so far. But that might change. There might be something more in the end. So I think we should just keep going.
I think too much. I think ahead, I think behind, I think sideways. If it exists, I fucking thought of it. And it's not like I can just quit and choose not to have anxiety. It's not just simple worrying. But there comes a time when you just have to leave the house. Otherwise you'll starve to death, and you probably have someone you really care about, so you have to make an effort. So I walk out the door. My route is very simple. I pass the suburbs, past the woods. I can almost see the place where I'm headed, and then it kicks in. I feel the street tilting. The road is so grey, it's going to burn my eyes out, and I'm probably going to fly out into space because I can't feel my feet on the ground. A million thoughts pass through my mind. No, I've been through this before. I'm alright. Can they see me? Breathe. I'm going to call an ambulance. I can't breathe. I'm going to pass out. Please, maybe don't feel well. This time I was lucky. I made it through. And
now those shots that kind of look like a train track going really fast, and kind of the black shots and the tilting angle, that was really cool. I really like that kind of. I feel like the visuals represented what kind of things she was saying to help give you kind of a feeling when you're looking at it, kind of feel what she's feeling. which was really cool. I really liked that. That was such an amazing creative choice, which I really liked. But kind of the girl story who's saying it, it feels very rehearsed. It doesn't kind of feel raw and like natural. It might be why I'm not massively connecting with it, because I feel like it is really scripted. Like someone sat down and worked on how to the best way to write it down that makes it sound really good and kind of sounds like a professional film. We've still got about halfway through now, so there's still time for it to change.
Pretty much no one knows. I don't want to show my weaknesses because I don't want them to judge me. They'll say I'm whining or being dramatic anyway, so it's just easier to hide it. People don't realise how often I just lie in my bed, crying and shaking without any particular reason. They don't know how many great opportunities, or even simple daily activities, I have to say no to because this thing completely paralyses me. All they see is someone who indulges in self-pity. They think I'm lazy or rude. That's why I didn't go out with them. Yet again. No. Actually, I was lying on my bathroom floor, unable to move, completely exhausted, after another panic attack. That's why I didn't come. All my plans for the future got lost somewhere along the way because how do you think about studying in a different city among complete strangers when you can't even go to the nearby shop without thinking the whole world is going to cave in on you? And I think people just don't get it because we expect those with mental disorders to just walk around with no makeup on, and ragged clothes and dirty hair, looking like they are completely crazy. And the truth is exactly the opposite. We try to hold on to what's left of our sanity by at least trying to look normal. And when you finally open up and you tell someone, people just tune out.
That did get more emotional towards the end. And I did kind of relate to a few of the points, like trying to appear normal and kind of opening up to someone and them not getting it, because I have experienced that before with someone. Quite a few people where they just don't get it, and you open up and you talk to them and they just don't really understand. So I do feel that one. But I do feel like it was too scripted and too rehearsed to massively connect with people. I'm getting really hot. I don't know why I'm getting really hot. I feel like it was too scripted and too rehearsed and too like kind of professional to massively connect with like people out there to kind of get the message of like anxiety across. Yeah, we're gonna go with this one. And I feel like maybe watching both of those will be good because they are short. We'll watch this one.
My name is Julia and I'm 19 years old. In 2017, was diagnosed with major depressive disorder. I almost lost this battle. I didn't think it was gonna get better, but it did. I've had anxiety since I was a little kid. I always had this feeling that something terrible was gonna happen, and that presented itself in tightness in my chest. I'd get really shaky. I would have a lot of stomach pain. Those were the physical ways that it came out. For the longest time, I didn't know that was my anxiety. I just knew that was something that happened to me. Around middle school, I started to get depressed, and it progressively got worse as I got into high school. Everything just seemed kind of gray. And a lot of worthlessness too. I don't have anything to offer. From the outside, I think I hid it pretty well. I was a straight A student. I hung out with my friends. I babysat all the time. I was involved in my church youth group. I didn't let people see that there was something going on. That was what stayed closed behind my bedroom door. Things started to feel more heavy. I started to self-harm as a way to cope. I started having suicidal ideation. I told my mom, I don't think I can keep myself safe. And I know my parents were shocked when they knew how bad it actually was. It was on a Sunday night. My mom called Children's, their hotline. I was evaluated by a social worker. And I think it was honestly the first time I was completely open about what was happening. And I told my social worker that I didn't necessarily want to die, and I knew that I needed a break from what was happening, from all the things I was feeling, and death seemed like the only option. And I just remember crying to her and being like, I don't know what else to do. Like, I'm stuck. Here I was, completely broken. I could barely see the point in staying alive. I felt so ashamed of myself. And these people, they just treated me like a person. I felt validated, and I had some hope. And I knew that okay, when I ask for help, help is given, and it works. And I knew that this break I was looking for could be found in a hospital room instead of dying. Today, I am in remission from my depression for the first time in who knows how long. I'm getting to know parts of me that aren't just anxious and depressed Julia. I'm clean from self-harm. I'm majoring in social work, and I really want to work in behavioral health with children, specifically in a crisis or inpatient setting. I've started to become really passionate about advocating once I made it to the other side, because I almost didn't make it. You're not at fault for where you are right now. It's okay to be afraid, but I don't want you to give up. Because the thing about depression is it lies. You gotta fight to be here, because it does get better. And all of these lies will eventually go away. You just have to hold on, because it doesn't get to win. It doesn't get to take you. Because you're stronger than that, and you're worth more than that. And it's possible.
Aww. Oh my god, that hit such an emotional chord within me. That was so emotional, and I feel like that was so... It was like a professionally made little video of someone's story, but I feel like it was created in a more rough cut way of and I feel like the story wasn't scripted, it was someone's actual story that they were telling, so I feel like that's why it kind of connected more. And I feel like the quick change in shots very much helped keep everyone engaged. I feel like that this one really does have a powerful message to send out to people. That was incredible. I could literally, I started tearing up. I could cry at that. I relate to that so much. When things get so bad, you just need a break. Honestly, if you are feeling intense emotions like that, go see a doctor and go see a therapist, because there are different medications that work, and just talking to someone a professional who knows how to help you can really help. Yeah, I guess that's some of the things that I do want to stress out, because I've started medication for my anxiety, and I recently just finished another round of therapy, and they've helped me so much. I've got so much out of them. And yeah, I guess it's just kind of reach out for help and you'll get through. But I do feel like I really want to watch this one, what living with depression and anxiety is like for me, because I do deal with anxiety and depression. So I really do want to know what this one's about.
You burped in my face.
We've now been joined by Sandy.
She burped in my face. Yeah, you just had some biscuits.
Are you gonna watch this with me? Are you gonna react with me? We're gonna react together. No? No? You're not gonna watch? We watch together?
Don't you down, camera.
You going? You're facing that way. She's facing that way. She doesn't want to watch. She's made it very clear she ain't watching. So, video time. I'm definitely interested to see what this video is like.
Imagine yourself as a glass of water, and this water represents your passion, your love of life. This is what you use to grow. This is how you process experiences. And over time, life adds things to it. These are your friends, your family, their loved ones and pets. They're great events and fantastic memories. There are also bad things too. There's loss. There's loved ones that have passed on, or...
Oh my god, they're literally using some kind of metaphor. Something as simple as like a glass of water, which kind of I feel like what they're trying to, this person's trying to say is kind of, is trying to spell it out in very simple ways with kind of, in a way like a visual representation, which I think is so cool. And it's definitely going to help some people understand, because they're going to be able to see it with someone saying, this is this and this is how it relates to this. So it kind of brings something you can't see, and it kind of describes it in a way that you can see it. So people that kind of don't deal with it, don't really know what it's about, kind of need to understand it, it's going to be a lot easier for them to understand it. So I really like this. That is really cool. So I'm very impressed so far, and we're not even a minute in.
Regrets. Not all of life is good, but it becomes a part of you, and this is how you grow. Over time, you learn to live, and you love to live. But then as you get closer to the surface, you realize that this is a finite container. You're running out of water faster than everybody else, and there doesn't seem to be any way to add more or take these rocks out. And so you begin to feel the pressure every day. When you close your eyes, all you feel is the pressure of life weighing down on you, and you can feel that eventually you're not going to be able to feel anything because you're spread too thin. So you look for help. You go and ask friends and family, and
it's getting better and better, and it's like really representing it and like saying how it feels. Like a glass of water and rocks. Who knew this could represent so much of something that like you can't really see? And I feel like it's kind of taking it back to like the start of everyone's lives, and kind of the process of kind of what people end up dealing with like mental illness as well. Because like growing up, you can start out kind of fine, and then slowly more things happen, and kind of the more you've got to deal with to really like.
they say, "What's wrong? Just do it. It's easy. Take this medication and you'll feel fine." And yet, every day that goes by, you can feel yourself drowning just inches from the surface and have no idea what to do. And sure enough, eventually one day you get pushed into the air and you can feel nothing. And after a couple of weeks of feeling nothing, or a couple of days, you'll begin to do anything to feel something.
I feel like what he's starting to talk about is the depression. It's obviously that numb, nothing feeling that kind of, every time I've kind of dealt with depression, it's kind of, I've been left with this numb nothing feeling. And it's kind of, it can be hard for people to kind of understand that, and I feel like this kind of, the glass with all the rocks in it is kind of a good representation of that. And it's really simple, like, that is crazy. Now do you want my attention? Are you more important? Yeah, you more important. We holding hands. We holding hands. We holding hands. We watch together. We do it together. Better not open my face here. We watch it together. We watch together. Go watch together.
You'll go take medication that they prescribe to you. You'll try therapy. You'll try anything and everything just to feel something other than this regret, other than this nothingness, than this drowning on dry land. And nothing works. It works for a little bit, but then you just feel more empty than before. You're spread so thin from all the things that you've experienced in your life. You can't imagine there being any way to feel more. So you think, maybe I just need to patch myself up. You try addictions. You find something that'll distract you enough that you can just juggle more, put more on your plate. And sure enough, you can for a while, but you forget that it just can't hold water.
I really liked that. That was like, it was really simple, but I feel like that was the best video because it got the message across the best. Like, I feel like that was such a kind of a good creative representation, kind of in a way to kind of raise awareness and kind of show someone else what it's like. And I'm just so amazed at kind of the fact that that was done, and like it was beautiful, like it was incredible, and I feel like that would help, this video would have helped quite a load of people kind of understand. And there's like a hashtag with it, so it's like hashtag I'm with you. I feel like sends us such a powerful message, and I do feel like we need to like spread that hashtag, like hashtag I'm with you, to like, we need to support each other and kind of lift each other up and like hold each other up in a way. I really do like that, and I think that is incredible. So that's my reaction to them. It didn't go the way I thought it would. I thought I'd get shown like a mixture of videos, like good ones and kind of bad ones, but they were all the ones I watched were incredible, and I loved them so much. So I'm gonna end this video now, and I'm gonna make sure Sandy's saying goodbye too. You say goodbye too. Sit up, up. No, this way. Come in here. Come in here. That's right. Head up. Look this way. Look this way. She wants a belly rub, okay. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. A goodbye from Sandy. Are you going that side? You have to go that side. You say goodbye, Sandy. Look over there. What's over here? It's a goodbye from Sandy, and it's a goodbye from me. You saying goodbye? Shuffle over a bit. Come this way. Come this way. You say goodbye, Sandy. Go say goodbye. Bye. See you in the next video. You saying goodbye? You saying goodbye? You happy? You saying goodbye? What have you got in your mouth? What's that?